and welcome to Razz Reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat. Directed by Simon McQuoid, this is a video game adaptation of one of the most famous fighting games of all time, Mortal Kombat. The story follows a group of fighters who are chosen to represent Earth in a multi-realm international tournament. The bad guys from another realm show up to kill the fighters before the tournament even begins in order to achieve a world domination. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you expect a Mortal Kombat movie to not be silly? What, like a guy called Scorpion and Sub-Zero are gonna sit around and contemplate their existence in the universe and discuss the fickle nature of violent, gory conflict? Like,
Get over here!
we're here for gory fatalities and fights, and Mortal Kombat definitely delivers on that front. I'm not a big fan of the Mortal Kombat games. I never played them very well, but I'm surrounded by people who love them and I know them from pop culture. And even for somebody like me who's not a big fan of the game, I actually found this movie to be rather enjoyable for what it is. This movie knows exactly what it is. It doesn't really try to be more. It's basically a giant basket of Easter eggs. Maybe that's why it was released in March. And it just has a lot of references and has a lot of characters and fan favorites, and it celebrates the world that it's in. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it definitely does not hold back on the cheese. My God, this movie is very cheesy and very corny.
Cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
The fight scenes are great. I'm sure that fans of the game are going to be very happy to see how their characters were represented. Everybody was pretty cool. I liked Sonya. I loved Scorpion. Scorpion was kick-ass. What a fantastic casting. Hiroyuki Sanada is the perfect Scorpion. I loved every single second he was on screen. Sub-Zero was pretty cool too. I really liked how they treated his powers and used them in the film, and they kind of gave him this horror element whenever he showed up. Like, Sub-Zero showed up, went down, and that was awesome. The fight scenes were great. The fight choreography was actually pretty awesome. They were shot really well, and you get to see everybody's, main moves and attacks and kills, and a lot of the lines from the game are there. So fans of the game will enjoy these references a lot, I think. However, my favorite character and the person who actually stole the show was Kano. This character was fantastic in this movie and overshadowed everybody when he was on screen. He's so funny. The character has a very twisted, dark, comedic element, and it worked so well. He's kind of like the Deadpool of the movie. I would totally sign up for a Kano movie. I loved him. He's great. However, I can't say that for the main character. They introduced this new character that's not actually in the Mortal Kombat games called Cole Young, and he's really lame. Not only is his story not interesting at all, he's such a bad actor. Why on earth would you cast this guy as a lead in a big movie? Why? He cannot deliver a single line. Nothing. He definitely cannot sell any kind of emotion or subtext or layers. How bad of an actor do you have to be to not pull off "wait over here"? I mean, the only thing I see this guy working as is some sort of underwear model, because he keeps striking those, blue steel looks every 5 seconds. He does one of those and he even has this fringy 5 hairs 80s wax do on top of his head that makes that look even worse. I know I'm being mean, but he completely took me out of the movie, and it sucks that he was the main character. He's the main driving force of the film. If this character had a really strong protagonist with an actor who knew how to act, this movie would be 10 times better. The other thing that is not really working for Mortal Kombat, obviously, is the story. I mean, the plot is pretty thin. Not a lot of things get explained properly. I think people who play the video games or know the lore well will understand a lot more than people who don't. There were a lot of things that I didn't understand the context of. Some of the references and the Easter eggs are kind of hammy and corny. This definitely has that 90s, 80s cheesy action movie vibe, jokes and lines, that get thrown in there. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like, God, that's a lot of cheese.
Just cheese. Cheese.
But again, you're not coming here expecting Casablanca. The storyline is what it is. It's just there to serve as a tool for the characters to fight each other. And for the most part, it kind of works. And I'm glad at least that the fighting was sort of justified. It wasn't like, oh, a guy bumps into another guy, excuse me, let's fight. There was sort of a reason why everybody was where they were, and I'm at least grateful for that. The CGI was uneven, a lot of hits and misses. Sometimes it looked okay, sometimes it didn't work that great, especially when it came to fully rendered CGI characters like Goro. The physics is kind of off when people are fighting. Like, sometimes it's not great. Look, at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat is a great movie for a Mortal Kombat movie. It did what it did with what it had. As a video game movie, it's good. If you compare it to like on a higher scale of normal films, it definitely doesn't hold a candle, but for a video game movie, it's actually not that bad. I enjoyed it very much and I had a fun time, even though I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan. I think fans of the game will definitely enjoy watching it and will cheer a lot of the references and Easter eggs that are in there. They might have some qualms about why this character is treated this way and why did this plot and why is this in and why is this out. I didn't have this experience because I don't have the knowledge, but overall I think it's a great celebration of that world and of that franchise. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna give Mortal Kombat a 7 out of 10. So, are you gonna watch Mortal Kombat? Are you a fan of the franchise? What are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to ask me what you'd like me to review for you next. See ya!